everyone. I think it's clear to see that we are all sick and tired of living under a government that continually puts profit over people. As inequalities deepen and the wealth divide, widens, we are stuck with a government that wants us to pay for its mistakes, wants us to push us to continue pay for the mistakes. And in an attempt to distract us from those mistakes, we've seen the attacks they have launched on refugees. We've seen Suella Braverman describe the influx of migrants as an invasion. We have seen their pathetic plans to send people to Rwanda and their plans to criminalize people who come here illegally. When there is no legal route to seek asylum in the UK, what is illegal when there is no legal route? And in order for us to pay for the crisis, they continue to push us as workers. They continue to launch attacks on our pensions, on our contracts, and they continue to push us in a way that is unsustainable. We can't continue to live in a society where you can work 40 hours a week and still not afford to feed yourself. We cannot continue to live in a society where you work 40 hours a week and you still cannot afford to send your child to school or to nursery.
Profit! Our lives are not for profit! Our lives are not for profit! Our lives are not for profit!
With inflation continuing to build, us as workers, we have a right to fight for better, to fight for more. You can see how the government and bosses are fighting back with hiring and firing tactics, with precarious working contracts. And this fight back is because we are the ones who make the profit. We are the ones who hold the true power, and that is why they continue to fight back against us. But that is why we must continue to fight. Exploitation is a key component in this capitalist system, and racism is a key part of that as well. Racism is used as another way to break up the workforce. Racism is used as a distraction for us to look over there while they take from our pockets. Racism is used as a way to divide us. This current government is telling us to look at our shores in fear of foreign rapists, while we don't have no union has received a pay deal that's worth the paper it's written on. This shows that the true threat to our living standards and the true threat to our way of life is not coming from overseas. It already lives here. It lives in Downing Street. Our fight today is not with anyone who is here. Our fight is with those who come to our shores on mega yachts, not small boats. Our fight is with people who you will never see on a picket line. As workers, it is so important that we unite against racism and exploitation. Because if you allow it for one, then you allow it for all. We've seen that, precarious contracts are no longer reserved for, outsourced workers who exploit migrants. Now they're being used for substitute teachers, for junior doctors. This kind of system, it will consume us all if we don't fight back. We cannot allow it for one, and we will not allow it for anyone. We cannot allow this government to divide us and to point the finger at those who are vulnerable. We all want better for everyone, not just some of us. So let's continue to fight. This Saturday we have the demonstration at City Hall, the March Against Racism. I hope to see you all there. We will have people from different campaigns talking about injustice and inequality. We'll have Sianda Mingaza talking about her fight for justice. She was racially assaulted and she was subsequently put into prison for 4 years. We'll have John Actie from the Cardiff Five coming to speak about their injustice that's happened in Cardiff. One of the biggest miscarriages of justice in British history happened in this city. And we'll have refugees coming to speak about how they've navigated this awful system, but also how they want to continue to fight against it, because they want to create a country of compassion, to provide sanctuary for people when they want to seek sanctuary in a safe environment. So on Saturday, let's come together and let's fight against this government, fight against the bosses, and fight against the fascists. We must say loud and clear, refugees are welcome here. No to fascism, no to racism, and let's push back the bosses, not boats.
Thank you, thank you.